invasion of the body slammers. David Dunn at ringside with AJ Murtaugh, soon to be joined by the man in the ring, Steve McCleary. AJ, it is a stacked commentary table tonight for a stacked card. Massive night of action up and down this one.
You are absolutely right, David Dunn. As Spartan takes in the adoration of these fans, there is a spooky feeling in the air as Halloween approaches. That casket match in our main event tonight, I'm going to be watching that with apprehensive eyes.
High-octane competitor indeed. Danny Octane won half of the New Zealand Tag Team Champions, of course, normally in action with Rough Guts Roddy Gunn. Tonight, he finds himself in a singles competition, but importantly for him, he's got Sabrina in his corner, 1/3 of the Knights of Mayhem out here with him, and this will be a very interesting test to see how Octane goes one-on-one with the Spartan.
Absolutely. I mentioned it was a spooky atmosphere, and quite frankly, Danny Octane scares me. Better the Spartan than me right now, to be honest. I don't envy the Spartan.
Bell sounds this matchup is underway, but first, the Spartan, AJ, he's got to get ready. He's got to get that shirt off.
He does, and I think the fans absolutely would like to see him get that shirt off. Yeah, and exactly that's what happens when you showboat, okay? Spartan should have known better. A rare moment of almost indulgence from the Spartan, but here we go with a vicious side headlock by Danny Octane, putting the Spartan in his place.
Now it's the Spartan with a snapmare, takes down the Knight of Mayhem, who quickly makes his way back to his feet with the wrist lock. Spartan rolls through fast and furious, grappling action to kick us off, an invasion of the body slammers. And you better believe these men are going to be slamming each other sooner rather than later. This is a heated issue between the Spartan and Danny Octane, indeed all the members of Control.
Absolutely, and a lot of people may not know this. Danny Octane and Spartan, they have a history. Back in the days in Wellington training together, these men considered each other friends at one time. That friendship clearly out the window now, and it's going to be a matter of who can contain that anger and use it to the best of their ability to win this match.
Right now, Danny Octane sends Spartan to the ropes and pays the price as the Spartan runs through him with a stiff shoulder block. Octane up and over though with the leapfrog, catches Spartan with a hip toss. The Spartan puts on the brakes, looking for a backslide here. Octane's shoulders are down. Only a 1 count, says referee Conan Wood. He's got a busy night ahead of him. Our senior official on this card as the Spartan reverses the Irish whip now. And Danny Octane giving as good as he gets.
Absolutely, and there you see he's trying to press that advantage. Keep going, channel that anger. Danny Octane can be unpredictable and strong strike to the stomach here, attempting the German. And Octane takes over. We could be getting a version of an inverted pump handle.
Into the cover here, the shoulders are down. Spartan rolls through. Has he done enough? Now it's Octane with the counter. Look out here. Spartan kicks out just in the nick of time. And again, the O'Connor roll now. Octane's shoulders are down, but Spartan in harm's way on the middle rope. AJ, we've seen this. We've seen that before as well.
We certainly have, and that's the benefit of having Sabrina ringside as Octane misses the 6 Octane. Yes, that's what I'm calling it. He's now in the corner, but Spartan charges in and almost a backdrop out of there, but Spartan takes the control again.
Spartan, that little bit bigger than Octane, does have a weight and indeed a power advantage. Missed with that shot though, may have been a little bit too high up in the air for the shorter frame of Octane. And now Spartan at a no man's land on the ring apron, and from our position, AJ, we can see the ring steps are below him here. He's got to be careful not to slip and fall. A dangerous part of the ring, but he's all the way up top.
He's absolutely, and it looks like he's going to come up with a flipping senton. 1 and 2, and that's not it.
Not quite enough, that flipping senton, but boy oh boy, that was a big impact. Steve McCleary will bring you in for the first time tonight. What do you make of that? The Spartan going high risk off the top, trying to put Danny Octane away.
Oh, we don't see that very often from the Spartan, but he knows how dangerous Danny Octane is, and look at that powerbomb. He might have him right here.
Octane kicks out of the count of 2, but boy, that was a vicious powerbomb, stacking him high, shoulders on the canvas.
Yep, that's more of that resiliency of Octane. Spartan's going to have to work a whole lot harder to keep Octane down. Not only does he have incredible endurance and can take a lot of punishment, Octane is incredibly strong. We saw earlier he muscled Spartan over the top rope when he couldn't get him out the first time. And now it looks like Spartan's possibly going for that spear, but Sabrina again paying dividends at ringside.
Big flying headbutt from Danny Octane, vicious attack. Spartan's down, the inside leg hook, but the Spartan gets the shoulder up and Octane stays in the driver's seat with a handful and now a mouthful of hair. Blatantly illegal, but Octane doing his best to position himself between what he's doing and the referee.
It absolutely attributes to his tag team partner, Rough Guts Roddy Gunn there. Oh, and I could feel that kick in the front row. My goodness, the impact.
Well, what I don't understand is why is Sabrina still allowed out there? Octane going, why is she still out there? The referee saw what she did to Spartan's leg before. How is any of that okay?
It's a great point, Steve, but of course with our general manager Jake Sheehan calling the shots at the moment, things are a little bit lenient when it comes to control. Oh, Octane missed with the roundhouse, but connected with the mule kick coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. They're in control, Stevie. Okay, Jake Sheehan and Control are in control, and Sabrina's got a manager's license. She's allowed to be out there. Conan Wood is just, he doesn't want this match to end in chicanery. He's letting a few things go. Good on him.
Oh, release German suplex from the Spartan. He's not playing around anymore. Danny Octane in a bad way, and the Spartan looking to finish things up.
Yeah, I don't think chicanery's really going to matter when Spartan hits that corner and tries to hit that spear. It's going to be lights out for Octane any second now.
Octane still dazed, Spartan lining him up, corner to corner, here we go. The drop kick crushes Octane in the turnbuckles, and now the Spartan with the advantage. I may have cursed him on that one, just as I mentioned. At advantage, Danny Octane takes control.
Well, I mean, Octane's smart. He backed into that corner. I for sure thought Spartan was going for that spear, but then Octane was too far back. He switched to the drop kick, but as you can see, Octane breaking the rules at every step. And sure, referee Conan Wood's admonishing him now, but I knew he was biased.
Yeah, and there you go. Once again, Sabrina is an important asset at ringside. And we want to talk about breaking the rules. He has 5. He has a count of 5 to get him off the ropes. Let's be fair, that's within the rules. Same with the hair, count of 5 on the hair. This is smart by Octane. You may not like it, but it's effective.
It's certainly not accidental. Danny Octane knows exactly what he's doing, performing extremely well in the singles ranks without Rough Guts Roddy Gunn there by his side. But the Spartan can never be counted out as he makes his way back to his feet. Mount Albert firmly behind him. The Spartan now with right and left, these forearms rattling. Danny Octane ducks under the clothesline, hits the ropes, building momentum. Both men had the same idea, and both men crash and burn with stereo crossbody presses.
Absolutely, and now Conan Wood issuing that mandatory 10 count. If either man can get up, this match will end in a draw. That'd be a shame, but what you saw there is 2 men who really want to win. You can love one of them, you can hate one of them. That's fine. Both these guys want to win this match. They are pounding each other with a vengeance here.
Did anyone get a chance to call that a malfunction at the junction?
No.
Malfunction at the junction, but now they're on their way. Forearm shots. Love it, David Dunn. Love it, AJ.
Steve McCleary enjoying this one, as are we all. Danny Octane getting heated there, calling Spartan a piece of trash. Surely that's only going to antagonise the Spartan, fire him up even more, and I would not want to be in the ring with an angry Spartan with a point to prove.
I don't think I'd want to be in the ring with either of these men. Their intensity off the charts, and they're just laying in those forearms now. Spartan getting the advantage and really pressing it. Octane's got to do something. Oh, come on, ref, get him off the ropes. What are you doing?
Spartan hits the ropes now, building momentum, and Sabrina drags her man out of harm's way. Oh no, malfunction at the junction, Steve! Danny Octane collides with Sabrina, knocks her off the apron, and damn near gets knocked out with a discus clothesline from the Spartan.
Sabrina was just about knocked out, and you guys are trading barbs about malfunctions at the junction. What's wrong with you? She was doing nothing wrong. She just got up there to check on Danny Octane, and this is Oh my God.
Sabrina going to need a check on Danny Octane here, it looks like. The Spartan says he's got something new. Hooks the leg of Octane, he's got him up. Octane wriggles off the shoulders. Very high elevation on that shotgun style dropkick.
Look, I just needed to maintain my composure, but again, that 6 Octane, and yes, that's still what I'm calling it, missing once more with Spartan, and a devastating spear! That's gotta be it, that's gotta be it.
The 6 Octane did not connect, but boy, the spear certainly did. And now Spartan, instead of opting for the cover, Steve, he's hooking the legs of Danny Octane. What's he thinking?
Looking for something new here. Brainbuster!
Stacking Danny Octane right on his head, and the Spartan takes home the win.
And what a win by the Spartan. He's following up that massive win at our last show, pinning Jamie Tangataese. The momentum's continuing for the Spartan. And these fans, they're clearly behind it. I can absolutely see why. Spartan with a convincing and devastating win.
Sabrina helping Danny Octane to the back as the Spartan raises his hand. Victorious tonight in our opening contest, an invasion of the body slammers. That's one loss for Control. Are we in for several more? Could we see a new New Zealand heavyweight champion, a new New Zealand women's champion? Has the Spartan stacked the deck? Is Control going to fall tonight? We move now from one grudge match to another. It was that IPW double shot where T-Hawk leapt the guardrail and saved Jamie Tangataese from a vicious assault at the hands of Church and State. Tonight we see them go 2-on-2 in tag team action. The Divine Saviour has something to say, it seems like, AJ, because of course he does. When have we ever known James Shaw to shut his mouth?
Bask in his glory, ladies and gentlemen. You're probably wondering, who is this handsome young man standing here with Church and State?
I am.
I can introduce him myself, but I will allow this man the honours of speaking to you, the meek people of Auckland City.
What a humble move by James Shaw.
One word for it.
Kia ora, ngā mihi, tēnā koutou. Now allow me to introduce myself. I am the newest recruit of the Young Nats, and proudly a recently appointed spokesman for Native Affairs.
Church and State once again pushing diversity. It's great to see.
I am Tāne Tukaha. Now it is a great honour that I shall carry and represent the great values and tikanga of this great iwi, Church and State. Tangata koana. Tangata koana I te whare. Te tūranga ki te marae. Tauranga. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to express my sincerest gratitude. I'm grateful for the blessings of the Divine Lights. I'm grateful for the guidance of the Young Nats. And I'm grateful for this opportunity to be a part of the Church and State legacy and go on to create history with the Divine Saviour, James Shaw, and your kind and compassionate leader, Sir Mr. Burns. And unlike your big man, Jamie Tangataese, I'm not going to let this opportunity go to waste. Tēnā koutou, tēnā.
What an asset for Church and State, David Dunn.
A shocking development tonight. History in the making, an invasion of the body slammers. Tane Tukaha has joined the Young Nats. But forget about the Young Nats. Let's talk about this young man, T-Hawk, back in IPW, back in the corner of Jamie Takadese, and this is a big problem for Church and State. There's no bigger problem than the big man. Here comes Takadese.
As long as that big problem stays away from me, I'll be quite happy. I really want to see this matchup. I think it's going to be off the hook. Jamie Takadese and T-Hawk, what a team, but don't discount Church and State, especially with the new additions to their ranks.
Immensely popular Takadese and T-Hawk. They have already made an impact in the hearts and the minds of these IPW fans, and tonight they finally get to lay their fists on Church and State after what happened at IPW Double Shot. And of course, Tane Tukaha brings up an interesting point, Steve. At one stage, a lifetime ago it feels like now, but Jamie Takadese initially arrived at IPW as part of the Young Nats under the tutelage of Sir Mr. Burns.
He certainly did. It actually took me a second to remember. It feels like a lifetime ago. He could not be more different than the man who entered this business. The longest undefeated streak in professional wrestling. Will that happen for the newest recruit to the Young Nats? I don't know, but he's got to get out from underneath their thumb.
And it's Burns and T-Hawk who officially begin this tag team matchup. It is 2-on-2, but do not discount the presence of Father Shaw and Tane Tukaha at ringside in the corner of Church and State.
Absolutely, and we've got some nice chain wrestling going on here at the moment, David Dunn and Stevie, as Sir Mr. Burns looks to press the advantage. And you know what? That makes sense. He's a confident veteran. Oh, and that's just rude. T-Hawk flipping off James Shaw. I don't know if that's very sportsmanlike.
I think it was more than deserved, AJ. And look at the athleticism of T-Hawk. He can certainly spread his wings and fly, as we see again, rapidly rushing across the ring, catches Burns in the corner with these shoulder blocks. And T-Hawk up and over, lands on his feet, ducks under the clothesline from Burns, off the middle rope with a springboard back elbow. And boy, oh boy, with the power that Jamie Takadese brings to the game, coupled with this agility, this quickness, this beautiful standing moonsault from T-Hawk into the cover now, this is going to be a very, very tough tandem, Takadese and T-Hawk, to get the better of.
Absolutely, and just a flurry there from T-Hawk. You can see how badly, though, Takadese wants to get in, and probably more so now, as James Shaw comes in off the tag. Double teaming in the corner. These cagey veterans know what they're doing, and T-Hawk and Jamie Takadese are going to have to get well and truly on the same page to combat, not only those shots, but the chemistry of Church and State. As it looks to me as James Shaw giving thanks to the divine light, giving him the strength to, maybe I suppose. And a neck breaker from T-Hawk.
Into the cover, T-Hawk hooking the outside leg, but Shaw gets the shoulder up, still in this contest.
Well, the divine light definitely isn't a very consistent source of light, and here comes the big man. I mean, you want to talk about chemistry, Shaw. Well, yeah, sure. James Shaw and Sir Mr. Burns, they know each other very well. They're former New Zealand heavyweight champions. But T-Hawk and Takadese, they came into this business together. They were like brothers when they started. And seeing them back here together right now, I know that Church and State have to be worried. That's why they brought on another young Nat onto their thing. They seem to find them everywhere. They're worried, and they have good reason to be. Look at that.
The power of Jamie Takadese, one man easily bringing two back into the ring, using that top rope to help him out. And now James Shaw really given the chance to think about it before he was drilled with that scoop slam.
Absolutely, but what is this now? T-Hawk in the ring. An impressive double team, but an illegal double team. Get them out of there, ref. This isn't fair. This is not fair to Church and State. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be biased, but they deserve respect.
Church and State have bent the rules more than enough for a little bit of leeway here for Takanese and T-Hawk as Mr. Burns eats shot after shot in the corner, staggering around on wobbly legs. He's out on his feet here. And finally, Burns goes down. Takanese now tags in T-Hawk.
Mr. Burns there more unstable than the current UK government, which is an evergreen statement, I'll let you know.
Oh, Tane Tukaha getting physically involved, sweeps out the legs of T-Hawk, and that's about as nasty a landing as you can have in that ring, AJ.
Absolutely, the Minister of Native Affairs has certainly paid off there, and T-Hawk going for a ride that he did not buy a ticket for, I can assure you. And oh, this is clever. It's brutal, it's nasty, but it's clever. And in comes James Shaw, looking for that advantage. James got to stay focused here. Oh, anointing that back with chops. He's got 5 on the hair, ref. And a brutal slam. And the more they work on that back, that's going to affect the core strength of T-Hawk, which is going to make those high-flying moves he likes to do that much harder.
And Shaw more than capable of working over the back. Of course, he's got that stretch muffler in his arsenal, has won many a match via that submission. As of late, has favoured the Shaw shot. Of course, the Death Valley driver in the back pocket as well. And now Mr. Burns. Too many custom names for his moves for us to rattle off here. But rest assured, Burns is devastating. It's very easy to forget. As he's out here with the young Nats, he's wearing those stupid hats. It's easy to laugh at Burns, but really when the bell sounds in between the ropes, he is as vicious a competitor as we have on the IPW roster.
Look, David, whether you agree with the hats or not, I think some political neutrality is important here at the commentary booth. One more time, the double teaming of Burns and Shaw is it's more refined, it's crisper, dare I say, than that of Takanese and T-Hawk. They're a well-oiled machine, and that drop kick was a way to counter that well-oiled machine as T-Hawk presses the advantage again. Up, and is he going to get the tag? Is he going to get the tag? No, he does not get that tag. Back into the corner.
Fingertips away was T-Hawk, but now he finds himself as far away as he possibly could be, and James Shaw making him pay repeated shoulder shots to the abdomen. And now T-Hawk getting to look in the eyes of Jamie Takanese, reaching out, hoping to make that tag, but may as well be miles away at this point as James Shaw dials up the pressure on that chin lock. But T-Hawk makes his way back to his feet. There's a jawbreaker. Gets out of the submission attempt. Fingertips away now, but James Shaw again quickly now with a sleeper that T-Hawk breaks free from. Can he make his way to Takanese now on his third attempt? And again, Shaw puts on the brakes, defers T-Hawk from getting to the corner.
Absolutely, you may be wondering why is T-Hawk moving so slowly when he breaks that hold. The fact is that hold cuts off wind, it cuts off blood circulation, it wears you down. He gets the tag now, and I don't think James is aware of the big man standing behind him in that ring, and he's aware now. Devastating clothesline, back elbow by Takanese. He's got James Shaw in the counter. Oh, here we go. Big man charging it. Diving clothesline into the corner. A sidewalk slam by Takanese.
And now Takanese feeling it, Mount Albert right there behind him.
It's your favourite move, David Dunn. He's coming back.
He's pulled the pin and he detonates the heavy grenade right in the heart of James Shaw, who somehow gets the shoulder off the canvas, surviving that explosive elbow drop.
And unbelievably, it's not enough to put away James Shaw. That is what you do. When you have the divine light in your heart, it creates something of a shield over your chest, which protects you from that kind of attack. Either that or it's the self-belief. I'm not trying to be facetious, but now Jamie May, no. I thought we could have seen the Warhammer there. A cunning James Shaw able to escape and a tag into Burns.
No Warhammer, courtesy of a rake to the eyes, and now Sir Mr. Burns in for the double team, making the most of that referee's 10 count in between legal opponents. But Jamie Takanese single-handedly takes down both parts of Church and State, and now here's the tag to T-Hawk. what's going to happen as this high flyer heads to the top rope. Tane Tukaha in the ring and taken out with the Warhammer. Meanwhile, keep your eye on T-Hawk. 450 splash to Sir Mr. Burns. T-Hawk and Tagada take out church and state.
An impressive win by Jamie and T-Hawk. I will give it to them. What a heck of a match we just saw here. An invasion of the body slammers. And we absolutely saw more than one body slamming in that match. Taken in, guys. It was a well-earned victory. I will give them that, David Dunn.
We will have to keep our eye on Tane Tukaha in future, a new addition to the Young Nats, but tonight it didn't make a bit of difference. Jamie Tagadanese with the Warhammer, T-Hawk with the 450 splash. What an exciting tag team contest, and what a win for Tagadanese and T-Hawk. Coming up next, two different generations of women's champion collide for the first time ever as Carmen Rose with Megan Kate in her corner takes on the Queen of Candyland, Candy Lee.
But right now we're going to jump back to one-on-one. The following is a singles match scheduled for 1-4.
When Megan Kate burst back onto the scene in IPW, Carmen Rose was very quick to follow, and tonight she steps in the ring to remind everybody why she is a former New Zealand Women's Champion, taking on Candy Lee, who has really found herself on the wrong end of Carmen Rose, Megan Kate, and that baseball bat.
You are not wrong, David Dunn. Name a more iconic duo in New Zealand women's wrestling than Megan Kate and Carmen Rose. It can't be done, but I'll wait.
More than a duo, but Candy Lee and these IPW fans are as synchronized, as much of a team as anybody else. Immensely popular competitor, both here at home and indeed around the world, where Candy Lee has competed. So is Carmen Rose, of course, though. So this is really a matchup with an international flavor here. Candy Lee has spent some time wrestling in America, of course. Carmen Rose was part of the women's promotion Diana in Japan, where she was very successful with the dreaded shrimp compaction. Be interesting to see if she can employ that tonight as she takes on Candy Lee. First time matchup here in the women's division. And right away, Megan Kate with a very foul mouth, distracting Candy Lee for Carmen Rose to get the jump.
David, what's a slag?
I'll tell you off the air, Steve. Carmen Rose getting her first taste of the referee's count. Candy Lee reverses her here. Big avalanche splash in the corner and a snap there sends Carmen taking a tumble. Candy Lee off the ropes looking for the kick. Carmen avoids it, rolls her up. Now Candy Lee shoulders it down. Only a one count though. Referee Paul Hartland right on top of the action.
Absolutely, and Candy Lee now getting that advantage. I can't believe Candy will have the slight strength advantage, but Carmen definitely with a speed advantage, I think, here. This is going to be an interesting clash of styles. And there we go, missing the clothesline, and another forearm there by Candy Lee. Shot by Candy Lee.
I'm just impressed that we're seeing this match at all. Like, oh! The Hoosies kiss! She blitzed her with it. This could be it. Carmen Rose could be down. Oh, just a 2 count. I thought this dream match was going to be over. Like 6 months ago, I never could have imagined we'd see Carmen Rose again. And before that, it was Megan Kate. So many competitors returning here. First time ever matches. This is incredible. And look at Carmen Rose go.
Carmen Rose bringing the fight to Candy Lee, and Megan Kate getting her hands on Candy from the outside. You cannot discount the effect that Megan Kate will have here. She has been absolutely vicious and violent since she resurfaced in IPW, and Candy Lee finding out firsthand what it's like to be on the wrong side of Megan Kate.
Megan Kate's clearly come back with a chip on her shoulder, and honestly, it's quite exciting to see. Same with Carmen Rose. I feel like they feel that the women have become complacent in IPW, and they want to do something about it. They want to shake it up.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said many times, Megan Kate wakes up in the morning and decides to start a revolution. And, well, she's brought Carmen Rose on board, and I think it's gone pretty damn well for them, don't you think?
Certainly going well for them right now, courtesy of that 2-on-1 assault on the outside. And Carmen Rose wisely rolls under the bottom rope, breaking the count. She's got extra time to work out here now to really do her damage to Candy Lee. It's much more dangerous outside the ring. We've got these vicious steel guardrails. It's an unforgiving wooden floor. AJ, a bad spot for both these women to be in, and they are brawling on the outside of the ring.
They are indeed. I thought Candy Lee had gotten the advantage back there for a moment, but Carmen Rose able to use that veteran instinct to cut things off. But now as Megan Kate looks like she could be approaching with that bat, that could cause a disqualification if they're not careful.
And we could be getting close to a count out here as Carmen Rose rolls back out of the ring, not content to even attempt a count out victory over Candy Lee. Carmen Rose wants to make a statement, wants to let everybody know that she has arrived back in Impact Pro Wrestling with a vengeance. And of course, AJ, there's no official stipulation here, but you got to think whichever woman emerges victorious tonight could become the #1 contender to the New Zealand Women's Championship.
Absolutely, and what a time to become a #1 contender, because you've got to believe whoever wins tonight's main event casket match is not going to be 100% when that match happens, you know? It's only going to be a couple of months away, likely, that we would see one of these women get that shot, so... definitely a match to watch as Carmen goes for the cover here. It could be it.
Candy Lee gets her shoulder off the mat, surviving that kiss from a Rose. And now Lee using the ropes to get back to her feet in the corner. And Carmen Rose with a foot to the throat. Illegal due to the positioning of Candy Lee in the ropes. Oh! And the eat defeat there from Carmen Rose while she breaks the submission. Shotgun style dropkick in the corner now. Candy Lee looks in a bad way.
Absolutely, as I think Carmen's going for the pin here. That could be it, and it's not. But I just want to point out, when Carmen went for that foot choke in the corner, the confidence that she went with there. She moved her foot up slowly. That was confidence, that was arrogance. She knew she was in charge. That's what comes with being a veteran in that ring.
And now Carmen Rose with the choke locked in deep under the neck of Candy Lee. Rose with a tight gable grip applied here. Going to be very hard for Candy Lee to break out of this one. She's faced out. She makes it to the ropes though. And Carmen Rose holding on for every single second of that 5 count while Megan Kate puts the exclamation point on things on the outside of the ring.
What is with the referees tonight? Can't they catch anything? Is there a blindness epidemic going on or something?
Carmen Rose slams Candy Lee with authority. Isn't enough. Candy Lee with the shoulder up, still in this matchup. But what does Candy Lee need to do to get back off of the mat, to get back to her vertical base, to deliver that Candy Crush, these devastating moves she has in her arsenal that she just can't execute when she's flat on her back in the middle of the ring?
Honestly, it's that heart. The one thing you have to admit about Candy Lee, she's got a heart bigger than, I don't know, Texas. It's a cliche, but it's true. And right now, I thought she was going to get that advantage, but Carmen Rose just really seems to have Candy Lee's number as she goes for this tornado DDT, but maybe not. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. The heart, the resiliency. She's back in the game. Candy Lee has a chance once again to win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, heart can only get you so far, but dropping someone hard down on the mat, that'll do it even better.
And now that impact has taken a lot out of both women as referee Paul Hartland reaches a count of 5. If he makes his way up to 10, this match will be declared a draw, and it's certainly a real possibility here. Both women look spent. This has been a physical matchup.
But things are now equal. This could very much be Candy Crush versus Shrimp Compaction. But look at Candy Lee. Oh, the momentum. What a kick.
Just about took Carmen Rose's head off. And now it's Candy in the driver's seat.
And I think, yep, there we see it. Paul Hartland, the referee, knocked down there, and now in comes Megan Kate. She's got that bat. Is she going to go for it? Oh, no. That is not good for this team here. Candy dropping Megan Kate there. It's all falling apart.
The pump kick from Candy Lee, and now Carmen Rose drilled to the mat with the Candy Crush. And Paul Hartland makes the count. Candy Lee gets it done. Against all odds, Candy Lee fights through the outside interference of Megan Kate. She avoids that shot from the devastating baseball bat, and the Candy Crush takes out Carmen Rose. Huge win for Candy Lee, an invasion of the Body Slammers.
Absolutely. Don't want to take away from Candy Lee, but we've got to point out, and perhaps you have, David, that back shot played a part in this match ending the way it did. Absolutely, Candy Lee, she came back, she hit that powerful finisher, but there now seems to be a little bit of tension because of that back shot. Trouble in paradise, perhaps, for Carmen Rose and Megan Kate.
Megan Kate looking mighty embarrassed right about now as Candy Lee walks off victorious. Are we starting to see some cracks in the foundation of Rose and Kate? After narrowly missing out on the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship at IPW Double Shot, Te Tahi Vinnie Dunn has controls Horus and the Kincaid Cup in his sights.
Alright, it's now time for our first championship match. The following is for the Kincaid Cup!
And these fans eager to see the appearance of Te Tahi Vinnie Dunn, a man who has, no pun intended, done it all in New Zealand professional wrestling, looking to come out here tonight, get a sense of retribution against Control after coming so close in that Fans Bring the Weapons match to beating Jake Sheehan for the IPW New Zealand Heavyweight Championship back at Double Shot Night 2. He wants to get a measure of revenge. He wants to take a pound of flesh from Horus here tonight, and he could very well do it.
And this is the first time we are seeing Vinnie Dunn in action since that brutal Fans Bring the Weapons match. We can see from our position there's a lot of red tape, quite literally, on the left leg of Vinnie Dunn, of course. Who knows the sorts of injuries he has endured after taking all of those weapon attacks, after delivering the muscle buster through the table and ultimately falling victim to the Purge pile driver, is done at 100% tonight, because he will have to be if he hopes to take the Kincaid Cup from Horus.
100% correct, David. And as we await the appearance of Horus, who will stalk to that ring, much like Michael Myers hunting down Laurie Strode. Masked marauders in his corner as well. This match will be brutal. It will be violent, and hopefully Vinnie Dunn has what it takes to negate Horus and the followers of Control. It's going to be a tough task, but if anyone can do it, I got to believe Te Tahi can.
We are seconds away from finding out, but of course, AJ, this is a Kincaid Cup match, which means the holder of the cup, in this case Horus, gets to choose the stipulation. Let's take it to Steve in the ring to make things official.
The following is for the Kincaid Cup. Introducing first, the challenger. He is a former four-time New Zealand Heavyweight Champion. He is the one and only Te Tahi Vinnie Dunn! Is
What a surprise.
I detect sarcasm there, David Dunn. It may not be a surprise, but it's definitely a strategy that has worked in Horace's favour. As he hands one of the goons a gusset plate. I dread to think that may come into the match, but no, he's handed it to a little girl at ringside.
Kincaid Cup on the line, and with no disqualifications for Horace, Vinnie Dunn finds himself in a 3-on-1 handicap scenario. Horace hasn't even moved as he's watching Vinnie Dunn take out these control followers. And finally, we see these two men lock up in centre ring, 1-on-1. And Vinnie Dunn is going to have to hurry if he wants the matchup to stay this way. But right now, Dunn looking really in control as he brings Horace to the mat and applies a side headlock.
Absolutely, and that's where Vinnie Dunn is possibly going to have that advantage in the traditional wrestling sense. I wouldn't say anything about Horace as particularly traditional. He is an incredible wrestler in there, but definitely more unorthodox. And it could be a case where the orthodox Vinnie Dunn can counter the unorthodox in Horace. And well, I'm gonna pass it over to you, Dunn. I think I've gone cross-eyed.
Horace skedaddling out of the ring there, trying to find some support on the outside, but Vinnie Dunn alone in the ring with an eye on the Kincaid Cup holder.
What's fascinating about this to me, guys, is this is, you have to say, the toughest challenge that Horace has faced in possibly his entire career here in IPW. A 4-time, and you can guess his game plan to try and beat Vinnie Dunn, can't you? Same as always.
When wrestling a 4-time New Zealand champion, why not wrestle him 3-on-1? The man certainly pays off with a big knee to the face, knocks down Te Tahi. And again, this 3-on-1 assault like a pack of dogs all over Vinnie Dunn.
I mean, I get it. It makes sense, right? You're taking on Vinnie Dunn. Do everything you can, but, I mean, Horace is too good for this. When it comes down to it, he's an incredible competitor, but he's taking every shortcut in the book just to hold on to the cup, man. It's not right.
It is not right. I couldn't disagree more, Stevie. You got to do whatever you do. The whole point of the cup is you get to choose your stipulation. You get to have that advantage. And that advantage may pay off there as Vinnie Dunn tries to get back on track here. Vinnie came into this with a plan. Everyone has a plan until they're mauled by 3 members of Control.
I mean, I know well, you know, what the rules of the Kincaid Cup are. I created them. And I guess this is on me. Very short-sighted. I didn't expect things to go this way, like this. Yeah, okay, it sucks. Jeez, thanks for calling me out, AJ.
It's all right, Stevie. I forgive you.
The rules aside, Horace 1 second away from retaining the Kincaid Cup, as he has done time and time again under these control rules. No disqualifications, but just for himself. And Vinnie Dunn constantly fighting against the odds here as he skids the cat back into the ring. Horace has got no idea, and Dunn with the drop kick sends the champ spilling to the outside.
And Vinnie Dunn feeding off the energy like he always does. You know, I have to believe that there is still a modicum of goodness inside Horace, because he could just have control, fight Dunn the entire time, just non-stop. But
Vinnie Dunn risking it all and taking out all 3 of his opponents. Te Tahi can fly, and he is looking pretty damn good considering the impact of that fans bring the weapons match. Vinnie Dunn with the momentum on his side. The control followers down at ringside. Horace alone and prone in the ring as Dunn heads up top. AJ, what's he thinking?
I think he's thinking he wants to destroy Horace by any means necessary, and that flying dropkick may be just what it takes. And no, Horace still in there. Resiliency from Horace. And Dunn with that look on his face. What do I have to do to beat this man?
I got a similar look on my face. What kind of dropkick was that? Horace probably has internal injuries at that thing. That was incredible. And how long has it been since we've seen Vinnie Dunn go to the top rope? That's what this cup means. And also that's all. Oh, damn it.
Vinny Dunn has been turning back the clock here tonight, but Horace turning the momentum back with a rake of the eyes and a German suplex, following up with a big impact to the former 4-time New Zealand heavyweight champion. Dunn was hoping to make it reign number 5 and be the first ever to do so at Fans Bring the Weapons, but of course Horace and the rest of Control got involved. That's why this matchup is so personal. Dunn not only wants to become the holder of the Kincaid Cup, but he wants to take that cup from Horace, to take something from Control in the same way they took his chance at history from him.
Absolutely, and as you see now, it looks like they may be taking that chance for the Kincaid Cup from him as well. This just may be too tough of an obstacle for even Vinny Dunn to overcome. It's 3-on-1 out here.
But imagine if you will, if Vinny Dunn does. Imagine how you could crow about that. You beat 3 guys to become the Kincaid Cup holder. How incredible would that be? I still believe in Vinny Dunn. I still believe he can pull this out.
Dunn's chances looking slim here despite Steve's best wishes, but he rolls his shoulder off the mat. There is a lot of fight left in the heart of this lion, Vinny Dunn, and sometimes the lion has to remind the jackals just who he is. But Horace with the camel clutch now, talk about animals, putting the pressure on the lower back, the bad spine of Vinny Dunn.
And if we cast our minds back to Fans Bring the Weapons, there was a number of instances where the back of Vinny Dunn was worked over. Even when he was giving moves like the muscle buster off of the steps, that took an impact out of him. He was driven through a table with Jake Sheehan jumping off a ladder onto him. That back taken a toll, both by being taken down there and in the camel clutch that Horace utilised. Horace may just seem like a deranged lunatic, but don't count him out. He's a thinking man's wrestler.
And Horace scheming up something mighty sinister for his challenger. An elbow drop now from one of these goons, putting the boots to Vinny Dunn as Horace takes his seat, just taking a load off of that folding chair. And again, the ground and pound, the vicious, violent attack from Control, as legal as anything else that's happening in this matchup.
To borrow a phrase, this is vintage Horace. Horace will sit there. He will let his comrades do the dirty work, and now it looks like we've got all the members of Control that are out here in the ring. They are choking out Dunn. I mean, this could be a submission. No, Horace has something else in mind.
This could be a submission, going back to the camel clutch, or should we call it the Control clutch, perhaps? The Control clutch from Horace. The pressure is on. And Vinny Dunn doing his best to break out of this hole with sheer brute force, sheer force of will. And now Dunn has Horace up in position for the electric chair. Really making Horace think about it up there and dropping him down on the back of his head.
And that absolutely took a lot out of Horace. You can see there he's literally coming out of his bandana there on his leg. And Dunn into the corner. No, unable to hit that Horace DDT. A spear by Dunn. This could be it. This could be it. And Vinny Dunn will rock us just like he rocked Horace.
This could have been it, but Vinny Dunn wants that little bit more. He wants to put the exclamation point on this victory. The spear cut down Horace, and now he's in position in the corner. Dunn's bundled the Kincaid Cup holder up, thinking muscle buster. He got all of that one. Tetahi into the cover of these Control goons. Break it up yet again.
These are Control followers, David Dunn, and I understand it is not what you want to see. It's not what at least fans want to see, but it's effective, it's within the rules, and they're going to take full advantage of it. That's how they've stayed literally in control.
I feel like I just started a new Spotify playlist and it's only got one track on it. It's Goons, Goons, Goons.
And these goons thinking about
Give me the chair.
finishing off Vinny Dunn here.
You want
The
mercy?
chair has been passed to Horace.
Both
Dunn held in position. Miscommunication. Horace swings at Dunn, but he connects with one of these control guys. And now it's Vinny Dunn with his hands on the chair. Dunn takes out the control goon. Paul Hartland shrugs it off. He's not a part of this matchup. But Dunn now with the chair locked and loaded. Horace in his sights. The temptation, just too much. Vinny Dunn breaks the chair over the top of Horace's head. It's got to feel good. And Paul Hartland's got to be careful he doesn't get caught up in Dunn's wrath here. Vinny Dunn has snapped. Of course, that no disqualification rule only applicable to Horace. So crucial. And Vinny Dunn letting his rage, his insatiable lust for revenge get the better of him tonight, even if it costs him another championship opportunity.
Absolutely, it's Halloween season. People will ask trick or treat. Well, tonight, Vinny Dunn played a trick on himself, and he doesn't get the treat of the Kincaid Cup. He still wants to fight, though, and Horace in control might want to get out of here, because Vinny Dunn, well, he may make sure that they are done. David Dunn.
A lot going on this weekend, but of course tonight is all about the Championship Chaser Tournament.
IPW remains under control, but tonight could go a long way to seeing if the control goes back to IPW. And Jake Sheehan is not happy about that.
We will see New Blood challenge the Knights of Mayhem for the New Zealand Tag Team Championship, and Charlie Roberts going one-on-one with Horace for that Kincaid Cup. Number one contenders match for the New Zealand Women's Championship, every woman for herself. Two of the most popular competitors in Impact Pro Wrestling, Spartan versus Jamie Takanese, is a true dream match in the modern era of New Zealand wrestling.
What a moment, the four-time New Zealand champion going at it.
Oh my goodness, Takanese didn't come alone. That's T-Hawk.
The New Zealand Heavyweight Championship, and it is
I'd like all of you very much to welcome Will Stone.
There you see Will Stone, and in his hand you see the Eliminator contract. But I believe Will Stone has a very important announcement to officially make tonight as he joins Steve McCleary in the ring.
Absolutely, and it's certainly a bit of a somber mood for us here. Obviously, we'll let Will speak for Will, but definitely if you've been on social media the last month or two, you may know what's about to be discussed. But I think right now we'll just lay out and hand it over to Will.
Sir, this is not something I wanted to do yet. Alright, I'm gonna hurry this along for these idiots over here. Alright, what's your name, sir? No one cares. No one gives a damn about who you are. These people are listening to good stuff, okay? You sit your ass down and you shut up. 26 years, I've had the absolute pleasure of stepping into this ring for all of you. Before the pleasure of being Will Stone. And it's been one of the greatest pleasures of my life. I started training in IPW in January of 2016. I had one goal. I wanted a single match. Just one. Since then, I've had over 140. I've main evented. I've won championships. I've done everything I wanted to do and so much more. So much that those goals changed. It wasn't just about one match. It was about being the New Zealand heavyweight champion. The most prestigious belt in New Zealand professional wrestling. Don't let anybody tell you differently. And it's not just because that IPW New Zealand heavyweight championship is 20 years of lineage. It's the men who have carried that belt before all of us. That belt is the machine. It's down marks. It's Tatali Vinny Dunn. It's Kingy. It's Ruben DeJean. It's Charlie Roberts. It's Liam Fury. It's James Shaw. It's Jake Sheehan. And I wished so badly that it could have been Will Stone. Due to, the easiest way to say this is medical conditions with my eyes, I'm losing my eyesight slightly. I'm unable to continue wrestling for IPW. And as much as I can say this is just a storyline and this is me coming out to fake everyone out, it's not. This is real life. This is me giving up a dream, something I love, but there are things more important. My family, my friends, my health. Now, when I walk my daughter down the aisle, I don't want to use a cane. I want to be able to see where I'm walking. And those are the things that I've chosen to hold on to while I am giving up professional wrestling in New Zealand. So, through all of that, this contract represents winning the Eliminator, represents being the #1 contender to that prestigious New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. As much as I wish it was me, it's not. So, Stevie, IPW in general, I don't want this to go to waste. I've got this for a whole another, 7, 8 months? I got this till May 13th, 2023. Any of you idiots who can actually read, you'll see that on the contract. So what I'm proposing is we don't let it go to waste. I'm proposing we put this up for grabs, and a nightmare before Christmas, someone becomes #1 contender. What do you guys think, huh? That's the first time I've had cheers from you guys in about 2 years, huh? So as tough as this is, Stephen, the last thing I'll say, take off the old classic Will Stones and leave those right there where they belong.
Let's go, bud.
An emotional moment in Impact Pro Wrestling history. Will Stone forced out of the ring due to a medical issue, but in a gracious act puts that eliminator contract on the line at Nightmare Before Christmas to crown a new #1 contender, to hand over a new opportunity to someone on the IPW roster. And an emotional reunion between Savage and Stone there, AJ. Of course, Alex Savage out here not only to support Will Stone, but because he is the #1 contender here to the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship, as we see the arrival of the champion.
Absolutely, as we try to get back on track here, this match deserves our attention, it deserves our respect, but I think it's got to be said, it's a very emotional moment for everyone here in IPW, for the fans as well, regardless of what you think of Will Stone in the ring. No one should have to walk away that young from something that they love. It's a very tragic situation, but at least Will gets to walk away with his health and maybe one day walk that daughter down the aisle, do all those things he loves, happily and healthy. And I think I speak for us all when I say thank you, Will Stone. But now, the champion is in the ring, the title is on the line, and it's about to turn up in here.
And his opponent, representing Control, hailing from the dark web, he is the malevolent New Zealand Heavyweight Champion,
Well, more applause for Jake Sheehan than I was anticipating. These IPW fans do begrudgingly respect everything that Sheehan has done as New Zealand Heavyweight Champion. But tonight he faces a very serious threat to his championship, a man who many thought might win that championship chaser tournament at IPW double shot were it not for interference from rugged Vic Craig. But tonight Alex Savage has his chance to compete for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. And AJ, it's Falls Count Anywhere.
It absolutely is, and a massive flapjack there by Alex Savage, really shaking the champion's world here. Savage charging into the corner, and you've got to believe that there is an emotional drive behind Alex Savage. He is just reconciled with his longtime tag team partner, longtime rival Will Stone in the wake of his retirement. You've got to believe there's a fire burning in Alex Savage that won't be put out until he's holding the IPW New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. And he goes for that cover. One, it could be over two. It's Sheehan just up.
Savage riding away from emotion as he uses the ropes to build momentum now. And Jake Sheehan, perhaps wisely, rolls out of harm's way to the outside of the ring. But of course, Steve, unlike our other matches we've seen tonight, Jake Sheehan not really safe on the outside of the ring. Falls do count anywhere, although Horace and Danny Octane from Control certainly helping Sheehan stack the deck in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, you say it's not like before. It's exactly like the Kincaid Cup match that we saw earlier tonight. Those goons, they're out there, they're helping Jake Sheehan. I guess the only difference, Alex Savage can do what he wants at this point, and he is just chopping the chest of Jake Sheehan, playing a little patty cake.
Goons, Stevie, goons. Put some respect on the name of Danny Octane and Horace. These are not goons. These are the tag team champion. This is the holder of the Kincaid Cup. They are out there to support their man, Jake Sheehan.
You know what, AJ, you're right. I should. I was a little ticked off that normally I would apologize for technical difficulties, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Control was messing with the mic just to make everybody look bad. We came so close to a 3-count all the way out there.
We're going to do our best to keep an eye on the action, but of course falls count anywhere in the building and indeed outside of the building as Jake Sheehan is introduced to that solid concrete wall here at the Mount Albert War Memorial Hall. This one's breaking down in a hurry. It's getting messy and I'm loving it, AJ.
I'm loving it too, and a suplex, I think, from our vantage point. From Savage onto Sheehan, and Sheehan is becoming intimately acquainted with that floor out there as referee Conan Wood looks to be going for the count. 1, 2, oh, so close to a new champion. Just two, says referee Conan Wood.
I'm going to go follow this action so I can call it in case the victory happens out there. But, you know, you mentioned anywhere in the building. I mean, it could go outside of the building. Remember years ago in Napier, one ended on Marine Parade in the sand. It was a Donnybrook, I'll tell you. But have fun. You'll wait. They're coming back. I'm going to go check it out.
Our roving reporter Steve McCleary will fill us in on all the action as right now Savage brawls into the crowd with Sheehan, dishing out these knife-edge chops that have been very effective thus far in the matchup.
Absolutely, and Sheehan trying to get back to the relative safety of the ringside area where he's hoping he can get away from Savage, but I don't know what he's going to do in that sea of humanity that I think for the most part wants to see him lose this title. This audience is behind Alex Savage. You talk about those two guys from Control, Horace, Danny Octane. Savage has most of the audience in his corner.
Perhaps finally we will see a fair fight as a chair goes flying. Takes down Horace. Alex Savage is on a roll here. He's got Sheehan up for a scoop slam on the raised seating area into the cover. And the pinfall broken up by Horace there, the Kincaid Cup holder, saving the IPW New Zealand heavyweight champion from losing the title.
And that's why Horace has paid those big bucks. He is in there to help protect Jake Sheehan, help protect his title reign, as Savage and Sheehan pour back to the ringside area. Sheehan dumped unceremoniously over the guardrail with Savage close behind. I got to be honest, I feel like the momentum's on Savage's side. I hesitate to say that, but Jake Sheehan looks out on his feet.
We can feel the tide turning in the building, no doubt about it. Sheehan is in trouble. Steve McCleary's back. What was going on, Steve?
It was wild. It was vicious. Savage was just kicking the head off Danny Octane. He threw a chair at Horace. It was unbelievable.
And now back in the ring where the fall can certainly take place. Savage starting to shake, rattle and roll as he collides at close fist with the head of Jake Sheehan time and time again. A little bit of extra stank on that elbow as Sheehan knocked to the canvas.
Absolutely channeling Dusty Rhodes by way of Bubba Ray Dudley with that elbow from Savage. And Sheehan is at his mercy right now. See him grabbing the hair, that's legal, and it looks like we're going to see something. No, wait, Sheehan able to cut it off. A kick, I think, to the hand. And again goes back to that arm. You saw where the foot landed in that kick, and he is working that arm over. And now it looks as if he's going to take both those arms out, and the arm strength is a big factor for Alex Savage, especially when it comes to Weapon X and delivering that move.
Well, one of the many things we've learned. Oh, a pinfall here from Sheehan. He could have Savage. Kicks out at two. One of the many things we've learned about Sheehan over his time as New Zealand heavyweight champion. He's methodical. He loves grinding down his opponents, and if he sees an opening like he has with that shoulder, you can guarantee he's going to focus on that as much as possible until Savage snaps.
And Savage may snap here as Sheehan delivering extra shots to the chest to finally get that arm breaker. Pulling back on the tendons in the arm of Alex Savage. You see Savage, he's got the wrists taped, he's got the elbow pad, but this torque from this key lock from Sheehan, I mean, the protection's not going to do anything for Savage.
Well, as you can see right there, this hold is putting a lot of pressure on that right elbow of Savage. It's almost hyperextending it slightly. There's a real risk of injury there. It looks like a basic hold, but there is a lot going into that, and Sheehan with another arm breaker. So methodical, he knows what he's doing in there. He's taking out the arms. We've got a 1 and a 2, and no, Sheehan unable to get the win, but right back. There you see, right back to that elbow, that arm. And now going to focus on the fingers as well. Must just methodically taking apart the right arm and the fingers, snapping the fingers of Alex Savage. That was disgusting, but it's effective.
I felt that one back here at the commentary position. This disgusting offense from Jake Sheehan, and now Savage sent shoulder first into the ring post. Note, this is a squared off ring post, not a rounded one. There are hard edges on this, and they were just driven into the increasingly vulnerable shoulder joint of Savage.
You think Sheehan made a wish when he snapped Savage's fingers?
Now Sheehan dropping his knee pads, thinking about a knee strike to the face, but he collides with the turnbuckle. And Savage buckles under the pressure of Sheehan, who again goes right back to the arm and knocks down Savage, maintaining wrist control for that clothesline. Outside leg hook here. 2 count, but again, the moment Alex Savage kicks out, he is again in danger as Sheehan continues to apply the pressure. And AJ, note the angle in which Sheehan has been bending the arm of Alex Savage. When he kicks out, he has to lean that little bit more into the damaged shoulder and put that little bit more pressure on an already close to failing joint.
Absolutely, and I've got to think that maybe Alex Savage's equilibrium is off. The combination of that and the weakened arms, I think, is why he struggled to get Jake Sheehan up on his shoulders a few moments ago. And there you see, control. They're going after it too. A well-oiled machine. Horace and Danny Octane really getting in there. They're choking him out, but that's going to put a lot of pressure on the upper arms as well. This is a well-thought-out strategy by Control.
A brutal game plan expertly executed tonight. New Zealand Heavyweight Championship on the line, and Jake Sheehan and Control doing everything in their power to make sure the title remains in control and goes home with Sheehan. Now Savage is in a bad spot. He's in position for the purge, desperately trying to shift his weight to avoid the pile driver, kicking his legs. He's got Sheehan up with the backdrop, survives the pile driver, and now Alex Savage has to capitalize here. Jake Sheehan in a bad way. Can Savage follow up? One good arm, it does not matter. The left hands find their mark time and time again for the man from the deep south.
Well, Savage might be working on adrenaline right now. The energy he would have expended through that bad shoulder to throw Sheehan off, he's going to feel that in about a minute or so. That's how much time he's got, I reckon.
Absolutely, those strikes, they're effective, but at what cost for Savage? Could be doing even more damage to himself than he is to Sheehan, and there you see again, slow to recover. I don't think he wants to show this pain, because then obviously Sheehan will want to capitalize, but cut off knee there by Sheehan. Follows up, but catches in that power slam position. And channeling the bad guy, Scott Hall, with that fall away slam. But again, you see, readjusting that elbow pad, that elbow, the right elbow of Savage, bothering him clearly.
And you see that Savage did not pop back up. Look at him now, he's calling to the crowd, but he's not moving quick. Again, imagine what that did to his arm.
A great deal of damage done to Savage in pursuit of the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. But now Savage rushing off the ropes, trying to build momentum. Jake Sheehan with the counter now, turns him inside out. Looking for the SSD.
Oh! Lariato! He killed him!
Jake Sheehan turned inside out with that devastating lariat from Savage. And now Savage into the cover, the shoulders are down, the championship's on the line!
My goodness, what a kick out. And Stevie, I'm switching you to decaf.
Savage knocks Horace and Danny Octane from the apron, desperately trying to create some space for these Control goons to go one-on-one with Sheehan. And now he tried it before, but this time he's got his feet under him. Savage has Sheehan up. Drops him down with Weapon X. The cover! And Conan Wood dragged out of the ring by Danny Octane. Jake Sheehan didn't look like he was going to kick out. Savage looked like he had this one in the bag. and a concussive knee to the back of the head. And now Horace, double arm, DDT, drops Savage on his head.
And this may not be the way that fans want to see this end, but this may be the end right here. 1, 2, 3. And I'll tell you what, you've got to give a massive assist to Horace there. I got to believe that Alex Savage had that match won, and perhaps if it wasn't for Horace, we could be seeing Alex Savage as the New Zealand heavyweight champion right now. Horace played a big part in that loss.
Horace, the X factor in this matchup after Weapon X looked like it would get the job done. Falls count anywhere, but in the end, the numbers advantage, as we have seen time and time again with Control. And frankly, I'm getting a little sick of the numbers advantage. Too much for Savage to overcome. And Jake Sheehan remains New Zealand heavyweight champion, thanks in no small part to the entirety of Control.
May not like it, David Dunn, but there is no rule in IPW stopping other people from starting their own group and getting that numbers advantage, and it's going to be the Purge Pile Driver to Savage, putting the exclamation point on this match, showing that they are very much still in control.
And an already deadly move, the Purge. How much more impact, because it also impacts those shoulders. Jake Sheehan stands tall again.
Look at it! Look at your champion blood!
Months of tension come to a head next at Invasion of the Body Slammers as Charlie Roberts finally gets his hands on James Shaw. A different look for James Shaw as he makes his way back out here at Invasion of the Body Slammers, one that allows him to tap into a different mindset going into what is sure to be an intensely personal singles bout.
Yes, and now here comes the Alpha Elite Charlie Roberts. Of course, this match came together last month at our last show, a double shot. Still trying to catch my breath after that championship match. And this is going to be an incredible collision. Charlie Roberts and James Shaw one-on-one right here at Invasion of the Body Slammers.
An issue between Roberts and Shaw that we can trace all the way back to rival turf. Both of these men, AJ, recruited for my team. I had faith in them, and in the end it was James Shaw and his stubbornness. He could not see past a personal issue with Charlie Roberts to look at the bigger picture, and now as a result, Jake Sheehan is calling the shots at IPW. Control, firmly in control of everything here. And Charlie Roberts has been as frustrated about it as I have. And tonight, after things got physical at our last event, we finally get to see the Alpha Elite out for a measure of revenge with James Shaw. Steve McCleary mighty impressed there that Charlie Roberts tossed his entrance singlet right to our table. He is an alpha athlete, Steve. He's multi-talented, and I can't wait to see. I mean, I have no idea what is going on in the head of Father Shaw.
I think someone opened the Ark of the Covenant. What is going on there? Well, that worked. Oh! That's got to be it. What? No, not even a one count. That's amazing. Heck of a cutter there. And I've got to ask, is this James Shaw any relation, Stevie, to the James Shaw that we saw earlier?
What? You're asking what?
Is this James Shaw any relation to the James Shaw we saw earlier in the evening with the Divine Light?
I mean, yes. I mean, it's the exact same physical human being. I don't understand.
Sorry to cut off this argument, boys, as Charlie Roberts with the Luther's press firing away with the closed fist to James Shaw, the same James Shaw as we saw earlier tonight. I thought that would be abundantly clear. But this James Shaw, much more vicious, much more violent, much more willing to self-sacrifice to get what he wants. And right now he's getting a beating courtesy of the Alpha League.
I don't know. I'm not one to troll anybody. I certainly wouldn't be messing with you guys. I'm just not convinced that that's the same James Shaw we saw earlier. The tights are different, the style is different, and if you'll notice, he's got red face paint over his eyes.
Well, I mean that is true. James Shaw from earlier didn't have face paint on, and these are different colours done.
Never mind the red face paint. Look how red his chest is getting, courtesy of these knife-edge chops. And these men throw it down like they're Don Fry and Takayama. Super kick from Roberts. What's good for the father is good for the son.
I mean, perhaps they're twins if that's their father then, but right now Charlie Roberts is going to use the ring to his advantage. And, springboard drop kick sends James Shaw to ringside. Firmly in control is the Alpha League, Charlie Roberts.
So you reckon that like someone would give birth to like twins, but they'd call them the same name? Wouldn't that get confusing?
Or would it make things easier?
I imagine that Father Shaw is a very intelligent man. Perhaps he just doesn't want to learn more than one name. I certainly can see the benefit in that. If I were to have children, I don't think I'd want to put the effort into learning their names.
It's a moot point. He doesn't have to learn more than one name. There's only one man. His name is James Shaw.
But it makes a good point. If I had kids, I'd just call them all son. I mean, regardless of gender, it makes it very simple, right?
Back in the ring now, Roberts and Shaw have not let up in this wild brawl. This is a heated confrontation, and now Roberts has cinched up Shaw. The double underhooks for the butterfly suplex, letting him fly high before crashing down to the canvas, and now Roberts floats into the cover. Shaw able to kick out.
And you know what? It's great to see this James Shaw coming back from retirement from a few years ago. Obviously his brother, I assume his brother, has been doing a lot of great things since he retired, but it's cool to see them both out there. Maybe one day we'll get to see them in the ring. But this was an incredible stalling suplex reverse here. And Shaw with the advantage. Look at that straight! And Roberts comes crashing down. If Shaw can get the advantage here, he may have this one won. All the blood to the head of Roberts and then that impact. My goodness, what a match.
For the first time in a long time, Roberts down on the mat, unable to move temporarily as James Shaw uncharacteristically heads up top, thinking about a senton, but crashes and burns as Roberts rolls out of the way, avoiding the impact.
Yeah, and potential Shaw family controversies or conspiracies aside, this is the James Shaw that betrayed IPW. Lariato! Massive clothesline there from Roberts.
And Shaw kicks out, but you can see a lot less force there and getting his shoulder off the canvas. That lariat took a massive deal out of Shaw, who now locks in the crossface. Maybe he was playing possum, AJ.
Indeed, if anyone could play possum, I believe it will be James Shaw, as he's got that locked in right across the face of Charlie Roberts. Absolutely grinding down, making it harder for Roberts to breathe, but he's able to roll it into an attempted pin, but Shaw escapes, goes up. We could be set. There we go.
Incredible alpha crash there from Charlie Roberts. What is Father Shaw doing? He's protecting. Father Shaw's won the match.
What is wrong with a father protecting his son? I can't find out. Oh my God in heaven. No, please God, please do not do this. That man is, oh thank goodness. Cooler heads have prevailed. Thank you, Charlie Roberts. Thank you, Charlie Roberts. That's, oh come on. How many super kicks can one man take?
For a second time tonight, the super kick knocks out Father Shaw, sends him to the outside of the ring where he should have been in the first place, if he should even be out here at all. And now Charlie Roberts can turn his attention to James Shaw as he heads up top. Whoa! Roberts with a new page in the playbook. No water in the pool though for that massive senton.
Yeah, that pool's closed for the summer, and now James Shaw. This is vintage Shaw right now, usually going for that Death Valley driver at this point.
Absolutely, and maybe both men have learnt not to try that senton bomb. But it looks like we could be seeing the Death Valley driver from James Shaw, and he lands it. Could this be it? Could this be it? We've got one. We've got, oh, the foot is on the rope. Charlie Roberts, that great ring presence. He is a veteran, able to get his foot on the rope there, knew exactly where he was. And James Shaw cannot afford to let Charlie Roberts get any reprieve here.
Shaw lining Roberts up for a second. Thinking about the Shaw shot. Roberts puts the brakes on. He's got Shaw in position. Death Valley driver from Roberts. Alan Shaw kicked to the curb, and now James vulnerable in the ring. The Alpha Elite heading up top for the flight of the Valkyrie right to the heart of Shaw. And Roberts takes the win. An invasion of the Body Slammers.
Your winner, the Alpha Elite, Charlie Roberts.
Well, a rough night for the Shaw family as neither James Shaw able to pull out a victory here tonight. Despite the bizarre protestations of Stevie, we've seen excellent performances from both James Shaws here tonight, but the Alpha Elite, Charlie Roberts, pulling it out, and these fans love it.
It's the same man, AJ, and he goes 0-2 tonight. Not a good night for James Shaw, and that one has got a sting as the Alpha Elite Charlie Roberts gets a measure of revenge in a very personal, hard-fought matchup. And now Roberts has got something to say.
How we doing, Mount Albert? You know, I'll give it. That crazy son of a bitch, he's tough as all nails. But James Shaw marks the last of those rival turf competitors who stole what's mine. You see, the last few months, I've run through the nights, I've run through Horus, and tonight, I put James Shaw to the mat. But you know, this is bigger than rival turf. This goes all the way back to the Eliminator, to Jake Shear. Jake, I know you've heard it. I've seen you backstage. Please, please, I'm begging you. I'm not going to get on my knees, but I want you out here to hear this.
Roberts calling out the New Zealand heavyweight champion.
What's the matter, kid? You scared? You chicken, Jake? Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the pop group of the 90s, Jake Sheehan and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Nomax, Charlie Roberts. Charlie, how do I put this? I'm just not interested. See, when I cashed in my Eliminator contract, you didn't last 60 seconds. And then the very next month, in the rematch, I pimp slapped you again, and I took your friends. You've got no one. I see, Jack. There's about 200, give or take 30 of your little Kool-Aid drinkers here who would disagree with that. Because you're right, Jack, you beat me in 60 seconds. After I've gone 20 minutes with the wrestling star of this century, Tony Hesse. You beat me the next month using all your friends you could. And then you beat on it too. I mean, you had an iron grip on that title. Well, let me get this straight. You have had one hand, but you've got about 6 others that are all holding on to that strap for you. Now, if I can get Kate Dunn to join me in the ring for a Jake, you crossed the line when you laid your hands on this man. Okay, he deserves it. Nobody touches David Dunn.
That's true. Nobody touches David Dunn.
Jake, let me cut to the chase here. You see, Danny Octane's seen what happens when you step in the ring one-on-one with me. Horace has seen what's happened when you go one-on-one with me. What I'm saying to you, Jake, is the form you're in at the moment, the swagger you've got, just give me one-on-one. Just give me one match. And if you're that confident, let me pick so. I don't know. What's the matter, Jake? You wouldn't be a chicken. No. You're not gonna go with that. I'm not a chicken. You know what, Charlie Roberts? I'm so unafraid of you. You can pick whatever stick you want. You know what? My power as general manager, I will let you pick whatever stick you want. If I don't, and I pull out of that, I will relinquish the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. That's how confident I am.
That's the way, Jake.
So I mean, let's just kick the ballistics on this for 2 seconds. I can pick whatever stipulation, and if you pull out, you're gone as GM. Yeah, you're on, Nigel, no, mate. Last time I made a big bet, look what happened. I'm so glad you said that, Jake, because what this means is that Nightmare Before Christmas, it's going to be Jake Sheehan, and it's going to be Charlie Roberts. But it's not going to be fans bring the weapons. I've seen what you're doing there. It's not going to be a street fight, because I've seen what you're doing there. It's not going to be a Falls County Indian match. It's not going to be an Iron Man match. Jake, Nightmare Before Christmas, it's going to be you and me, one-on-one in this room, surrounded by 16 feet of steel. And that is what you call control.
Well, there we have it. Nightmare Before Christmas, the 20th anniversary of Nightmare Before Christmas. It is going to be Charlie Roberts, the Alphalete, challenging the New Zealand Heavyweight Champion Jake Sheehan for that title inside a solid steel cage. I'll be honest, I'm not going to miss that one. I'll be right here at ringside, and I urge you to get your tickets. That is going to be a hell of a main event. As David Dunn joins me back here at the broadcast location again, I will hold down the fort. David Dunn, welcome back. What a main event for Nightmare Before Christmas, the 20th anniversary of that event.
December 10th, Mount Eden, the main event, a steel cage. Well, there's been enough talk, so let's keep the action going. The following is a fatal four-way match scheduled for one fall.
A steel cage main event for the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship. Nightmare Before Christmas cannot come soon enough. And Steve's right, the action just keeps coming.
Introducing competitor number one, representing New Blood, Kid Nova. And competitor number two, also representing New Blood, Zach Hale.
AJ, it's a very interesting dynamic for this four-way matchup. Of course, every man for himself, but two of the competitors part of a regular Don't tell me Benjamin Keane's a part of this now. What is going on?
I certainly hope so. Now, Benjamin Keane has been sitting in our foyer with a table saying, Stevie,
Amazing music.
there's a bad ring announcer proved me wrong.
I said wrestling bands. All night long, I've been out there protesting this egomaniac Stevie. A man who wants to make the show all about himself and not about the wrestling. I have been protesting. I have got signatures. And I'm happy to say it was a big success. Folks, I have 12 whole signatures of support. That's right, folks. 12. Including Horace's mum, Jake Sheehan, and I'm a dog. What? Okay, that one, okay, 11 signatures. So Stevie, as you will see, my man, please take that. The fans don't like you, as is the proof. Now keep in mind, be very careful of that. Don't rip it, it's the only copy. It's the only copy, so don't rip it, but it's proof that no one likes you, and they all love me.
That is a legally binding document.
I've been working on that all night! Okay, you're trying to silence me! You're all trying to silence me! I will not be silenced! Okay, I have a voice! I have things to say! I will...
Well, Benjamin Keane perhaps a little bit too keen there. Getting silenced by new blood. We're going to roll on as Matty Short makes his way to the ring for this Four Corners match.
Matty Short dancing his way out here to the ring. He's feeling pretty good, as am I, after what just happened to Benjamin Keane.
Indeed, and speaking of Benjamin Keane, someone else who's very keen, the Phoenix Tallion has been making waves all over New Zealand. He's here on the main card in IPW, and these fans love this young man, a name that I think is going to make a big impact in the years to come, and perhaps even just in the months to come. This guy is on fire.
Everywhere Phoenix Tallion has gone around the country, he has found success, holds a number of championships up and down the North Island. Tonight, looking to make an impact in this four-way matchup. Tallion, Matty Short, Kid Nova, Zach Hale. What is sure to be a fast-paced, frantic matchup, and one fought with a healthy dose of respect as all men bump fists here before this officially gets underway. Here we go, four-way action. Kid Nova and Zach Hale, of course, better known as New Blood, have been chasing the New Zealand Tag Team Championships, but tonight it's every man for themselves. And if this were a dance contest, there'd be no doubt about who would take it home. Matty Short recruiting Kid Nova to get jiggy with it. Is that what we still say?
David Dunn, I'm not sure if that's what they still say, but I can't imagine you were ever jiggy with it. But right now it looks like 3 out of the 4 men in this match are getting jiggy with it. This ain't ballet, but perhaps it's some sort of line dance version of a can-can as Talion is drawn in. Oh, we got a 3-way roll-up here. And 3-2 counts. Oh, and 3 super kicks, taking Matty Short down.
3-2 counts, that's a 6. Matty's got this, he's won.
Twice over, apparently, by your logic, Steve, as Matty Short now kicked out of the ring. Talion runs into a shot to the jaw from Zach Hale. Kid Nova with the assist there as these New Blood team members now looking to take it to Matty Short. Nova with the clothesline in the corner. And the Bulldog over the knee of Zach Hale.
You know, this teamwork is really going to serve New Blood in this match until it gets down to the fact that one of them is going to need to get the win and the other one's going to have to take the loss. 2 men can't win a 4 corners match. They can work together, but they can't win. And what are we seeing here? Stereo dives to this side of the ring. And Stevie, why don't you call that for us?
Absolutely beautiful throwback there to the SAS. Will Stone retiring here tonight. We wish him all the best, and New Blood picking up maybe that moniker of tag team specialists. You love to see it.
Absolutely, a nice touching tribute there for the now retired Will Stone, but will they fight? And an arm drag, a very snappy arm drag there by Kid Nova, returned in kind by Zach Hale. Trips out the legs, goes for the cover. And that is not enough to get down. We're going for a cover again, and just a 1 count by referee Paul Hartland. And I am being corrected in my headset. That is Bobby Hartland. There are so many names of so many referees to learn here in New Zealand.
And I am loving this. Ever since I first saw New Blood, I wondered who was potentially the better person in the tag team, if one of them was holding the other one back. But seeing what we're seeing here, my God, they are both fantastic.
Matty Short goes low, Talion goes high, New Blood go down.
Who would have won that one? Was it?
Very hard to stay on top of the action, but things a bit clearer here. Talion with the roll up on Matty Short. Shoulders down only for a 1 count. And now Matty Short tying up the arm of Talion before he rolls over the Maestro Cradle. 1 count again. Talion now thinking backslide. Can he get Matty Short in the low center of gravity down? He can, but again, only a 1 count as Matty Short goes over the top. Sunset flip to keep Talion down now.
And absolutely, we want to see the competition pick up in this match. Nightmare Before Christmas is on the horizon. Everyone wants to notch their gun, to punch their ticket to that show, either as a tag team or as a singles. A win here over 3 of the best up-and-comers in this company here today is going to go a long way to getting you on that card, the card everyone wants to be on come December.
Matty Short kicked in the skull there and driven into the canvas by Kid Nova. Here comes Zach Hale over the top rope, dropping down. And now for the first time in the match, we've seen what happens. There can be only one winner, and both of New Blood want for it to be them.
Well, how terrible would it be if this match is the thing that kind of drives a wedge between New Blood and a sling blade from Phoenix there.
And another takes down Hale. Talion soars with the avalanche splash in the corner. And now neck breaker on Nova, DDT on Hale.
Absolutely, an incredible combination there by the Phoenix Talion. He has this crowd behind him. But he needs to get back in the match because otherwise, there you see, that's going to happen. Get distracted, get the atomic drop. Matty Short now has that advantage. And again, these guys love to have fun. They've got to stay focused. They've got to fight with that intensity. I think they're starting to realize that. Well, perhaps I spoke too soon, but Matty Short, he dances to the beat of his own drum, literally and figuratively, Dropping the elbow there. Oh no, please don't do this. Maddie, no. No, put the women and children to bed, as Jim Ross would say. What an unfortunate position to be in.
Maddie Short and Kid Nova find themselves on the apron. Chop to the chest, forearm to the face. Here comes Maddie Short fighting back. Nova taking a little bit too long, looking for some support there. And here comes Talion, knocking both men to the floor. Off the ropes now, Phoenix Talion wipes out Maddie Short and Kid Nova.
Absolutely beautiful tope suicida there by the Phoenix Talion. And another tope suicida by Zach Hale. Oh my goodness. What is Maddie Short doing? Maybe short on height, but he is tall on courage as he takes all three men out with a flipping senton from the top rope to the outside. And now Maddie has got to get one of those guys in the ring, go for the pinfall, and that's exactly what he's going to do with Zach Hale. Get in there, Maddie. Take the moment, make it yours. Oh, and a reverse super kick there. Hale going up, but cut off by his own tag team partner with a chop that resounded around the Mount Albert War Memorial Hall. Oh, this is a dangerous position, especially for Nova to be in. You've got to believe that those ropes, they're slicked from people bouncing off them all night. There's going to be a lot of sweat on there. What are we seeing? What is this? And now Maddie Short getting involved into a powerbomb position. A Tower of Doom powerbomb superplex combo. And off the top rope, coast to coast to Maddie Short from the Phoenix Talion.
I thought he was going for Kid Nova. I was like, oh, it'd be an elbow drop, but coast to coast.
Phoenix Talion now doing his best to take the win as a result of that devastating impact. Tries his hand at covering Hale. All three men able to kick out. I mean, incredible scenes and invasion of the body slammers. The Tower of Doom, the coast to coast. And now Phoenix Talion looking to call his shot, but he runs into the boot of Kid Nova. Burn out! Burn out from Phoenix.
And going for it again, but it could be the pop-up powerbomb by Maddie Short. And a stomp right there from Zach Hale, who's following it up. It looks like he's going up top. What could he have in mind? Coup de grace! And a 1, a 2, and an X-Plex from Nova. And that's it! Nova gets the victory with an X-Plex to his opponent. What an incredible move and an unbelievably incredible win for Kid Nova.
Amazing spot calling from Kid Nova. He took the time to assess what was going on in the ring, saw the impact of the coup de grace, and with the X-Plex, took home the win in this volatile, fast-paced, simply incredible four corners matchup and invasion of the body slammers. If these four men are the future of Impact Pro Wrestling, the future looks bright. What a showcase, what a performance from all four, and what a win in the history books for Kid Nova. And a beautiful embrace there at the top of the stage. All four men proud of the effort they put in tonight. Kid Nova was the winner, but there are no losers in a matchup like that. Star-making performance from all four. Main event time at Invasion of the Body Slammers as Frankie Quinn and the Glam Reaper Amber Saint look to bury the hatchet and each other in a casket match for the New Zealand Women's Championship. A smile on the face of Frankie Quinn as she is greeted by a thunderous applause from these fans here at Mount Albert. But how much longer will Quinn be smiling? A very serious matchup coming her way as she enters the ring, the challenger for the New Zealand Women's Championship.
And a look and style here from the New Zealand Women's Champion, inspired by the Tim Burton film Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times, it spells doom. I'm not even going to risk saying Amber Saint's name 3 times here tonight. Indeed, it's a casket match, but I will not tempt fate. This is going to be a barn burner. The only way to win this match, place your opponent inside the casket, close it completely, but declared the winner and the New Zealand Women's Champion.
Your main event is the casket match for the New Zealand Women's Championship. In this contest, the only way to win is to place your opponent inside the casket and close the lid. Introducing first, the challenger from Alton's North Shore. This is Frankie Quinn.
That is what it is all about, the New Zealand Women's Championship, a title that Frankie Quinn has held in the past and has been desperate to reclaim ever since Amber Saint burst into IPW and shockingly took the title from Quinn. Matchup sounds these two going at it. This is a personal issue over the championship, and with a sinister casket lurking at ringside, these two women spill to the outside in a hurry. Listen to the impact
understand that we have a fans bring the weapons match, but do we have a fans bring the restraints match? That is not fair. I understand that it's no DQ, but getting people at ringside, we don't know where these people have been, one thing, and Frankie Quinn's just getting them to hold the New Zealand Women's Champion there. Not fair, but it looks like, well, no, I thought the advantage was going to Amber Saint. Way back here now with Frankie Quinn, and this could be over quickly. It looks to be that the casket is closing with Amber Saint in there. But no, able to fight it out as the New Zealand Women's Champion. Oh, vicious chop to the chest. And another by Amber Saint to Frankie Quinn.
Already we have seen how close this matchup was to ending. How sudden and impactful the end of the match can come. If your opponent is inside that casket and the lid shuts, so too does your chance to become New Zealand Women's Champion. It's all over once you're shut in that casket. It's literally lights out. And Amber Saint bent backwards over that casket. Which, let me tell you, AJ, I helped move that thing to ringside. It is extremely heavy. That is a solid built casket, and any impact of a human body on that casket, or indeed into that casket, is going to be devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. And I certainly do not envy either of these two wrestlers out here. Having your back arched the wrong way over a wooden casket has got to be devastating. And speaking of backs, that was Frankie Quinn's back going right into the edge of the corner post, and it looks like Amber Saint, oh my goodness, kicking Frankie Quinn right into the casket. And this has got to be it. This is it. All you have to do is close the lid.
Saint's halfway there. Frankie Quinn is in the casket. Saint has to close the lid. She'll retain her championship. She'll put this rivalry to bed. But Frankie Quinn fighting her way back out of the casket, blocking the lid from coming down. Steve McCleary, you've been around IPW for a number of years. We have seen some incredible matches. Have you ever seen anything quite like this?
No, this is the first time ever, a casket match. And oh, don't know how much he got of it, but a vicious bulldog there on the top of the casket, which is a sentence I just said here. And I mean, I just want to say it makes perfect sense to me that both competitors have tried to already put their opponent in the casket. You've got to find out in a match that has never happened here before how difficult or easy it is to do that. I think both competitors now know it's not easy to get someone in there. You've got to wear them down. We could see anything here at this point, obviously. Oh my God!
And my God, Frankie Quinn's fingers have been slammed in the casket. A stomp by Amber Saint. This is inhuman. She's got to get down. Don't do this. Don't do this. Come on, Amber. Oh my gosh! Just crushing those fingers, flattening the phalanges of Frankie Quinn. And I would not blame Frankie Quinn if they call it there. How do you wrestle without the use of your hands? This is brutal, but both women now in that casket trying to get an advantage. You've got to believe Quinn's fighting through that pain there. Oh! And Saint looking to have that advantage. And again, fans, a little difficult from our vantage point to see exactly what's going on. But these fans, they are right there and they are behind Frankie Quinn. We have sent Stevie off, our eye in the sky, so to speak, trying to get a better view of this match.
Frankie Quinn fighting her way out of the casket. Now our referees are there to call all the action, bring a stop to the match. The moment someone is shut inside the casket, but Quinn, like a woman possessed, like something out of a horror movie, crawling back out of that casket, making a beeline for the New Zealand Women's Champion. And she is dishing out some heavy shots here as Amber Saint, is sprawled over the guardrail. Oh, Frankie Quinn, only a small woman, but a huge impact against the guardrail. And Saint now with these forearms rattling her challenger something fierce.
Absolutely, right across that chest area, just below the neck as well. That's just got to be a shocking feeling of pain, but also going to take a lot of the breath out of Frankie Quinn there, you've got to believe. But right now, Amber Saint thrown into the actual hardest part of the ring, that steel cornered off ring post.
And I got to imagine, first time ever casket match here. I bet both competitors were focused more on what that could mean, how dangerous that could be. But as you see, guardrails, the ring post and everything, there's a lot of painful things that's happening to these competitors right now.
And both women very eager to dish out some pain to each other after this rivalry and all that they have been through. Of course, it started over the New Zealand Women's Championship, but things have gotten mighty personal, as has any issue involving control.
It was mighty personal because
Meteora knees in the corner.
well, Frankie Quinn had the title stolen from her because Jake Sheehan hit her with a belt to the face. Let's not mince words at this point, okay?
Look, Stevie, that was over a year ago. You've got to stop living in the past. It's the now that matters. And right now, Frankie Quinn may be about to win that title back with an attempted variation of sliced bread. Oh, the German! A snap German right on the back of the head for Frankie Quinn. Just a vicious move. And it appears Saint has a plan.
Saint heading out of the ring. She's found herself a kendo stick. The only way to win is stuff your opponent in a casket, but there's nothing in the rulebook that says you cannot swing a kendo stick at them.
I know, I checked.
Oh, Frankie Quinn ducked under the shot, almost made things worse for herself, but now Quinn with the stick that Saint tried to introduce to the matchup. Kendo stick across the lower back of the New Zealand Women's Champion. And Amber Saint has not moved since that shot to the kidneys. Must be in so much pain. Of course, the kendo stick, not only does it do that initial impact, AJ, across the back, but the nature of the wood as Quinn gets the sliced bread number 2 to the champ.
And you've got to believe if the rules were different, if this was a standard match, Quinn would have the win right there. That is her finisher. She has been able to utilize it to great victories in the past. And now, here's the problem. She's knocked out essentially the women's champion. She has to drag her to the casket, and the casket opens towards the ring. This is going to be quite a task for Quinn. And it is giving time for Amber Saint to almost come back to consciousness. So yes, that move has given her the opportunity to take control, but the trade-off is that it's giving Saint time as she has to be dragged towards the casket. These fans really into this one as Saint has that kendo stick. Just using it to get herself some ill-gotten gains from Frankie Quinn. And there goes one. Could this be it? Is she able to close it? And now Saint choking Quinn inside the casket with a kendo stick. Yes, this is how I spend my Saturday nights. What a situation, what a match.
It's a regular Tuesday for me.
It's brutal, it's effective for the New Zealand Women's Champion.
Well, I've learned far too much about Stevie's weeknight plans, and there. And there you have it, Amber Saint, the spooktacular women's champion. The coffin match, this casket match, call it what you will, it's almost fitting that Amber Saint would win this first ever women's casket match for the title.
It was spooky, it was scary tonight, though. It's Amber Saint who emerges as the final girl, as the New Zealand Women's Champion, retaining her title. And look out, it's
Indeed, Candy Lee in the ring, and what is this? Candy Lee victorious obviously earlier tonight over Carmen Rose. We were talking about the title implications. Is that what we're seeing? Is this a challenge? Oh my goodness!
I'll tell you what it is, it's a Candy Crush.
And is this the future for Amber Saint?
Nightmare Before Christmas is on the horizon. Could that be the moment where Candy Lee regains the New Zealand Women's Championship?
Absolutely. Nightmare Before Christmas is on the horizon, David Dunn. And after tonight, I can't wait.
A more eventful night in IPW history perhaps we have not had. Invasion of the Body Slammers will be one for the history books. On behalf of AJ Murtaugh, on behalf of Steve McCleary, my name is David Dunn. We thank you very much for joining us here on SPW On Demand. We will see you again for the Steel Cage at Nightmare Before Christmas.